everybody, what's up? My name is Legolukify, and you might be tired of these commentary type videos, but what I realized was, I think that's still the funny moments videos. They're still what my channel is gonna be for the most part, but right now during this time period, I want to make videos that, you know, they're like more like a time record, really. I guess that's a way to say it, but like today, I'm making my top 10 favorite video games of all time currently because I want to be able to look back at this and be like, that's how I was back in 2017. Things like that. I want to be able to do that right now. That doesn't mean funny moments videos are gone. That doesn't even mean they're like on hold necessarily. It's just these are the videos I want to make currently, so I'm gonna make them. So today I have the top 10, my top 10 favorite video games of all time currently. And as I said with the last top 10, like top 10 GTA 5, top 10 reasons I think GTA 5 is better than GTA 4. Along with that one, these could also flip-flop a lot, and that's just who I am. That I don't really have definitely preset lists, but you know, whatever. So getting straight into the list. At number 10, I have Thrillville Off the Rails. If you guys know what this game is, it's a game from PlayStation 2 era of gaming, and that was like my favorite time of video games. Honestly, that's where like a lot of my favorite video games come from. That was also when I first started playing video games a lot. And Thrillville Off the Rails, I absolutely love tycoon games. If you guys know what tycoon games are, they're basically games where you can what's the word? You can customize anything you want. You can in Tropico 5, which is a game I love right now, you can build your own city. In Thrillville, you can build your own amusement park. And, you know, stuff like that. I love that type of stuff. They're some of my favorite, like, gaming stuff ever. I love those type of video games. And the thing with Thrillville is, this is the game that got me into those types of games. I love Thrillville. Like, if I could, I would pay $60 to play that again. I love that game. Like, just give it to me straight up. The roller coaster, like, mechanics in it are so much better compared to a lot of the recent ones. I was like a little kid and I could make roller coasters then. I feel like that shows a lot because I was playing a game recently called like, it was like, yes, Amusement World or whatever it was, and I couldn't figure out the mechanics as a teenager. I couldn't figure that out now, and I was able to figure it out like 8 years ago then, and I can't figure it out now, and that's not a problem with my like stupidity, but it's just bad mechanics, or maybe it's just that Thrillville had the best mechanics ever. I love that game. That's why it is my number 10 spot. Alright, moving in on number 10, we have Batman Arkham City. And this is kind of a tie between Batman Arkham City and Batman Arkham Knight because I love them both equally. But the reason I chose Batman Arkham City is because that was the first Arkham game I ever played. And I think the story is overall like a bit better too. Arkham Knight's a bit more dark and that's cool. But I love Arkham City. I think I 100%ed it, I'm pretty sure. It was the game that really, I think, started the modern video game, like the modern superhero video games. Well, that was Arkham Asylum, obviously, but I think Arkham City improved on basically everything over Arkham Asylum. So, yeah, there are tons of stuff to do. I love the Riddler trophies. The Joker is an awesome main villain. I love exploring it. I think it's overall a really good game. And you should check it out. If you haven't yet, you should buy Return to Arkham on PS4. That's what I think. And yeah, it was nice playing it again after all that time. So yeah, I'd say definitely check it out if you're into superhero games or just open world action games. Moving on to number 8. we have Call of Duty Black Ops 2. And I know what all you were saying. It's a Call of Duty game on like a top 10 games of all time. But like I said, this is my personal list. And personally, I think Black Ops 2 is actually a really good game. And it's my favorite. It's definitely my favorite Call of Duty game of all time. And that is also, a lot of it is also due to nostalgia. A lot of these games on here have a lot to do with nostalgia, believe me. But so I think everything was so good in it. Zombies, multiplayer. I am one of the few people who absolutely love the campaign in Black Ops 2. I think it's great and everything. And I think Call of Duty Black Ops 2 was the last amazing Call of Duty. So yeah, and I also met Brady there. So there's a lot of reasons why Black Ops 2 is my favorite Call of Duty. The only reason why it's not higher is because I honestly think all the other games are better games. Not necessarily due to nostalgia or anything like that. I just think they're overall better games than Black Ops 2. Because overall Black Ops is a Call of Duty game. So, what are you gonna do? Alright, moving into number 7, we have Red Dead Redemption. And the reason this one isn't higher, because honestly, a lot of people consider this to be one of the greatest games of all time. And the only reason this isn't higher for me is because when I first played the game, I was a little kid. And the thing about that was, when I was a little kid, I skipped all the cutscenes. And a lot of it, like, ruined a lot of the game for me when I went back. When I went back and played it, I still had a great time and I loved it. But I feel like I would have loved it more if I didn't play it that first time. Because I went back and I replayed it with open eyes and all that, and I loved it, but I think I would have loved it more. So it's still definitely one of my favorite games of all time, but I think I could have liked it more if it wasn't the situation. Alright, coming in at number 6, it is The Last of Us. And The Last of Us is overall, it's a great story and all that, and it has a great single player campaign. The multiplayer is fun. It's not the best multiplayer, but it's fun. And everything's really good in it. And yeah, I really like The Last of Us. And I remember, like, I almost got into tears, like, the first mission in. It's really good. It's like, it has a really good story. Probably one of the best or the best story I've ever played. So yeah, not much to say about The Last of Us besides it's freaking amazing. Alright, coming in at number 6, we have, oh wait, no, number 6. Number 6 was The Last of Us. Coming in at number 5, we have Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. And I have 2 Assassin's Creed games on this list. So, I absolutely love Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. I only played it for the first time recently, and I absolutely loved playing it. There was a time where it was probably my favorite game on PS4. I think it's so good. Everything in it is so good. The story, the gameplay, the open world, the fact that you can, like, buy property. I love that. You all know I love that part of the game. I can't think of one negative thing in it besides for the fact that maybe like a multiplayer could have been good, because I love playing with other people. But there's nothing bad about it. Like, I can't think of anything really bad about it, and that's crazy. And Brotherhood, it's definitely one of my favorite games of all time. Only, it's not my favorite Assassin's Creed of all time, because that belongs to Assassin's Creed 3. And personally, I think Assassin's Creed 3 is really, really underrated. I know a lot of people who look at it as like one of the worst games of all time, or not one of the worst games of all time, but one of the worst games in the Assassin's Creed series, and I personally think that's wrong. Connor is by far my favorite assassin. I think he's the most compelling. He's not the most funny, but he's my favorite. I don't know what to say. He's definitely the coolest in my mind. I love the tomahawk. I love his backstory. I love his outfit. American Revolution is my favorite time period of all time. That's a given. And I love it. Everything from Black Flag is there too. You can like have your own ship. Like, I think Assassin's Creed 3 is definitely my favorite of all time. It had Haytham Kenway as one of the villains, and Haytham Kenway's awesome. It had some amazing missions, and yeah, I don't know what to say. I find it like amazing. It's one of the best games I've ever played, and yeah, it's easy. I love Assassin's Creed 3. I don't know what else to say. All right, coming in at number 3 is Grand Theft Auto 5, and I kind of talked about this in my last video, but I do think GTA 5 is also one of the best games I've ever played. A lot of it is also because of nostalgia and me originally playing it a long time ago. When it first came out, I got it opening day when I was back in 2013. I was like 12 or something. So I absolutely love playing it. I have made more memories in GTA 5, more great memories in GTA 5 than any other game ever, period. There's one game that could honestly compete with that, which we haven't done it, but I still think GTA 5 has given me more memories just because of the online. The single player is great, online is amazing, and yeah, I'm kind of butthurt because there's not much to do in story mode once you complete it. Like, there's no single player DLC or anything like that. But what are you gonna do if they want to keep online going? What are you gonna do? It's fine. But moving on to number 2 is Ultimate Spider-Man. I knew you all expected a Spider-Man game to be somewhere on this list. Some of you might not have expected Ultimate Spider-Man. And 95% of these games, a lot of here are from my childhood that are nostalgia-like. And Ultimate Spider-Man is definitely nostalgia. But that's not it. I think everything in the game is perfect. I can't think of one thing that's bad. Maybe that it's a little short, but I don't care because in Ultimate Spider-Man, I absolutely felt like I was Spider-Man. The web swinging was perfect. Everything was perfect. The Ultimate comics are my most favorite comic books of all time. Ultimate Spider-Man comics. They're my absolute favorite. I love those. And the art style of the game, perfect. Venom is my favorite villain of all time. And there's nothing I dislike about it. It's perfect. They could honestly, if they remastered it for $120, I would definitely buy it. I would buy it for the price of 2 AAA games. Alright, coming in at number 1 is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. And Grand Theft Auto San Andreas was the first game I've ever played. That might be really bad to some of you, and it's my favorite game. I don't know what to say. It's just the best. When I said something competes with GTA 5, this does, because I remember playing it with my cousin. All my cousins, we would all sit down and someone would just play GTA San Andreas, and we'd all laugh so hard and we'd have so much fun. And if there's any game here that relies on nostalgia the most, it's probably this one. But it's still a great game to this day. I went back and played it all again recently, and I had the most fun I've had in a long time. The cheats alone can give you so much to do. Plus, the single player is really good. Samuel L. Jackson voices one of the people, and honestly, if you haven't played GTA San Andreas, play it now. It's, in my opinion, it's the best game ever made. Alright, thank you all for watching, and have a great day. Goodbye.